Yeah, I had a issue getting here today. I woke up this morning around 8 a.m. to about 4 feet of water touching my doorway.
This time around, we're joined by Jamie Comeau and the Crooked Teeth. We'll talk about the differences between Jamie's first EP and the new upcoming album with the full band. Also, talk a little bit about their expectations for 2019. You'll also get a few tunes and even one they played just for you. So sit back, sip your poison, and enjoy the ride. I'm Kalen Capson, and this is the Pagan Place Podcast.
So yeah, I woke up this morning to 4 foot of water up to my door, and I had to call in a favor to get a boat to come and pick me up to get my gear across the street so I could do this podcast and the gig that I have tonight. I had all my gear in my house and completely unable. I had no pants or anything like to wear to like get me over the water. I had rubber boots, but they weren't gonna do it. Like, it was just so deep. So my sister called this guy, and he came and he blew up a boat, put me in it, and carried me across the water all the way to the other side of the street where I got picked up and drove to the mall to meet Nick. And yeah, it was a weird experience, but all around good time.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication.
Yeah, that is dedication.
Show must go on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Best video. You should post that.
Always posted and shared.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's storming the internet right now.
Let's go just back to how, well, it started with just you, am I correct? Just
a solo project. Just Jamie Comeau was where it all began. Doing like half an hour sets, getting paid no money, just doing it to put music out.
Still not getting paid.
Yeah, and then I joined up with Nick, and we started doing a duo thing. Actually, me and Nick started at Evolve Music Festival. Me and Nick became really good friends at Evolve, and I impulsively asked him to play with me during one of my first sets at a festival, and it actually went really well. I got him to come up and play a few songs, and it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. And then after that, I wanted the full band experience, so I got a hold of I think the first thing I did was get a hold of Hunter Wilson, and then after that, Drake came through. Was that what you were already at Chris's, I think, weren't you, or did you come to jam with us? Boardwalk. Oh yeah, we discussed it. Yeah, and then you came and played drums out of all instruments, the one instrument he doesn't play. And then now Drake's a fantastic drummer, so it's kind of a cool.
Proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, proud of you, man. Proud of you. Kind of a cool thing to happen.
Like country and drums, that's it.
Yeah, country and drums. It's the life of Drake Adams. You see his mustache. I guess you'll see.
I'll get a picture of that before you go.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan and Gab.
So you recorded About Face?
The About Face EP was just a project that I did in 2017. I just really wanted music out. I had no music out that wasn't tied to my hip hop background that I did a lot of. So I didn't have anything to like basically show that I was playing music, and so I started recording an EP in my bedroom. I did it in like a month or two, and just no matter how it sounded or mixed and mastered, I just threw it up.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. And it, people listened to it, people downloaded it.
Oh, it's a sweet EP.
Thank you.
It's impressive that you did it yourself in your room.
Oh, it was nothing. It was like virtual drums and bass and stuff. It was really, really actually nothing special, honestly.
That's the awesome thing about the ease of recording right now, is that you can just...
You can do it in your room with any kind of mic, any condenser mic at all. You can do a project. I mean, it might not sound good, but just classify it as lo-fi and...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Worst case, it's a demo, or,
Yeah, exactly.
Gets it out of your head anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing, is to get it out of your head and get it on paper, and then just get it out of paper and onto a guitar, and then once it's onto a guitar, you get it recorded, and you don't have to, I find with songs, when you're writing a song, it'll be stuck in your head for so long until you actually record it. Right. Like, it's stuck in your dang head until it's on like some kind of audio file.
Yeah.
And that's when you can finally like move on with it.
So the full band arrangements started doing 2018 or late 2017?
2017.
Was it?
September, or...
Yeah.
No, it would have been August.
August, yeah.
We became a band in August, started practicing like it was a lot. We were practicing like twice a week. For some reason, we just had the dedication to just practice all the time.
We were practicing in a laundry room at a buddy's place.
Yeah, a friend's laundry room. That's all it was. It started off there. And then Nick signed us up. Oh, hey, man, by the way, I signed us up for Harvest Jazz. And I was like, we've been a band for a month, and you're going to sign us up for like...
I was feeling ambitious. I thought we could do it.
Yeah, well, look what happened.
Worked out.
Worked out good for everybody. And ever since then, we've just been on a steady momentum, 4-piece band. We had a member join us for a little bit, Drew. I played keyboard, but eventually just our time didn't fit so well, and he lived in Fredericton and stuff like that, so it just didn't really work out, and we just decided to stick to 4 guys.
So you've had a crazy 2018 though. Like you've
had a ridiculous 2018.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that it's 2018, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But yeah, you're right. We fucking insane. Yeah.
Yeah, with our first year of their actual band, so we just pushed ourselves hard, playing like
we pushed ourselves
2-3
to a
times
limit.
a weekend, 4 times a week, give or take, and just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Mostly tears.
So now this year for 2019, our booking is a lot more planned than just taking every gig that we can get.
Yeah, I find we were impulsively we grab anything, right? That was worth getting our name out. But now it's like Drake's been like working really hard to get us like gigs where we're getting guarantees and we're traveling and like we're working on tours and we're working on like just we're solidifying our 2019 in a way that we're not like, hey, in a week do you want to play this gig? It's like that's not what we're at right now.
Yeah,
especially with Aiden, our bass player in school and doing his thing too in Fredericton. Like we have already worked it out, so like all of our shows are fine, but we're making sure that we're booking appropriately for everybody.
Yeah,
which is the smartest way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Now that you can relax a little bit after.
Oh yeah, it feels good. And Drake's got a baby on the way.
I do.
So that's gonna put a stunt in things for April and area, May and April, I guess. But that's we're really not worried about it because we need a break. We need a break from all these shows. We've been constantly doing shows for a year, and we're trying to get this album out. So what we want to do is we want to like take a break before the album comes out. That way we're ready and refreshed by the time it's out. A little hiatus.
Tour the hell out of it.
And then tour it, yeah.
Yeah, we got a Quebec, Ontario tour booked for July 5th to the 22nd. Sweet. So we'll be up there touring the album.
Which will be incredible.
And then festival season's around that time too. So
festival season's right after that, and it's just all ship sail, and it's just like no time for anything but band.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
When do you think you'll be done recording?
We're done recording.
Oh, okay.
Mixing parts is now in the process right now, and then the mastering process.
We have about 1 revision for each song right now so far. So we have like a bass and what we're listening to, and it's basically during the revision process we're just editing it and making it sound good, mixing, and then we send it over to the next guy and he masters it. That's where we're at right now. So we're pretty close.
Awesome.
We're close enough that we might have a single within the next. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say any time. I just want to. It has to be a secret. That's just
Stuff's coming.
Stuff's coming. Just know that, like, I know it's been a while. It's been 14 months, and we've been saying this, but it's coming. I promise. Just know
we were
it's
releasing
coming.
this album April last year.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, you releasing it next, like soon?" It's like, no.
I think the second album's going to come out before the first one.
Yeah, I feel like that on this way we're going.
What highlights do you have from this year? What really stood out
for 2018?
Yeah.
One for me is I'm a giant Winter Sleep fan. And
let's all say our big highlights.
We got to share the stage with Winter Sleep, and that was
an awesome show.
Over the moon for that one.
Yeah, I think that was your show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your big
Absolutely.
one. That was your big childhood thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew a few songs by them, but they weren't like my childhood band or anything, like you. I already know what mine is, Folly Fest, 100%.
Yeah.
Folly Fest was incredible. We had one of our biggest crowds, really good sound. Like we used like these really nice amplifiers, like these Hot Rod Deluxe Fender amplifiers. The kit was beautiful. The bass, the whole setup was beautiful. The sound was beautiful. The crowd was amazing. They were super into what we were doing. And like, it was just, honestly, I just kept hearing from people like, oh, that was my favorite set. That was like an amazing set. You guys did a wonderful job. And that was huge.
Yeah.
But Polka Logan, I'll have to give a little shout out to Polka Logan. With the 8-piece band we had going on there. That was a big highlight too. That was fun. But it still wasn't as fun as Folly for me. Like, Folly was just bigger than that for me.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Polka Logan.
Yeah, Jeff Keeler did a great job.
It was a great
to get us up there with a band like that was insane.
Yeah, we'll try to figure out a time to do it again with those guys.
Yeah, someday.
Once you hit Ontario.
Yeah, we'll see.
Call them up.
What do you think, Drake?
I actually don't have one, guys.
You don't have a favorite?
It was all good.
They are all good. I'm glad you think of it.
It was all good. It was just a busy year, and that's just good for me.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like points where we were like, that was amazing. That was cool. Peppers Pub, our first show ever at Peppers, like was...
We played with the Hypochondriacs.
We played with Hypos and Murder. Okay. That was one of the greatest shows ever. And that was like, we were banned for like 3 months. And we played this crazy gig. Like, it just kind of put us like... you know that snowball effect when you're like a little snowball and you're just constantly getting bigger?
Yeah.
I feel like we just like bumped into this huge snowman and just like collected all this snow right away. Like we just started, like it was
Accumulated.
It was weird. It was like any other project I ever started, any projects that my friends had. It was like, it's a growth, right? It's a like this was like almost like we just kind of started a little higher on the ladder than we didn't start low. It's just weird. We started with huge expectations and fulfilled them is basically what happened. Yeah. Most people would start with huge expectations and, you know, it wouldn't work out in their favor or vice versa. And we got lucky big time.
Part of that probably is playing like mad too. Like we
play like mad, and we're all in bands already. So it was like, we're all experienced when it comes. And they are all more experienced than I am. Like I just did acoustic solo stuff. I played drums in a band. I wasn't a front man in any case until later. And then now it's like a whole different perspective for me. Me and Drake switched spots, kind of. Drake was doing...
I'll never be a front man again.
Which is fine, because that's where I feel like I want to be.
You can have it.
Give it to me.
Done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's so much more than just like playing the shows, like the work behind it, like booking and...
Everybody has a job.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. This band has like organized in that sense.
That's good.
We all have a job. It's not like scrambling to get everything done.
Yeah.
Like I've had people say, "Oh, I do everything in the band," like,
We're not
but my
stepping on each
bandmates don't
other's
do all that shit. Drake's like master booker. Drake's like, I know this guy, I know that guy from here, and that guy from there. They know each other. Let's talk to them. Book. Bam. Done. Nick's like, I got guys that get grants. I know how to write grants. I know to do this and do that. Bam. That's done. I do all social media. I do all graphic design. So like that's out of the way. And then Aiden's like knows all in and out all this gear. And he's a driver. So it's like he's literally
Big purpose is.
We like to think of ourselves as the Ninja Turtles. That's our way. Nick is Michelangelo. He's a lover, partier, doesn't know how to grow up. We got Drake, the Raphael, you know, hothead. Leonardo, of course, you know, and then
Aiden's a nerd. So
we got Donatello instantly for Aiden. He's just he fits right into the gadget scene of Donatello. Like the roles are exactly where they should be. It's actually kind of freaky. Like I want to be the Ninja Turtle.
We're also working with Derek Beardsworth with Parkdale Productions.
Yeah, that's a huge thing too.
I'll wait for him to announce that, but we're working with him for a lot of stuff. So shout out to Parkdale Productions. Because we work a lot with him.
Yeah. We'll again, we'll talk more on that some other time. That's another thing.
Once I get to announce, but
once we get the ins and outs.
Sweet.
Frank James over here in the corner just observing. Shout out Frank James.
Frank James playing in Montreal tonight too, was it?
Yeah, Frank James in Montreal, Ottawa tonight.
Right.
Frank James.
Still waiting to collect his royalties.
Omnipresent.
Clones.
Yeah. That's where it's really at. That's what you guys need.
Yeah.
Some clones.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that? Did I send you that? That video about the clones?
I looked at
China? Did you look it up?
Yeah, it's fake.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind, everybody. No need to worry.
Theory.
It sounded pretty messed up, though.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be real one of these days.
Yeah, it was like the article was like China's
Japan.
It was Japan, yeah, and these AI robots attacked like these workers or whatever and like stole their like I don't know, I don't want to get into it, but it was wild and I read it and I was like, this is either fucking stupid as hell or this is some real shit that needs to be discussed.
It seems real though.
Anyway, we're off topic.
It's only a matter of time. The day will come that you can have that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to be Will Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could wear those cool ass chucks, I'd be Will Smith, but have a metal arm, but I don't want to be dealing with no AI, I tell you that.
Discontent the first time around, so he brought himself to his doom, and he left behind his moon, so his ashes would come. His body was foul, but his soul was gone as quick as he passed. His temporary shell now rots 6 feet beneath the ground. If he wonders, would he be back soon? Maybe he learned the first time could have been a different if he. But this life got the best of him, it turned his greens to blues. I could have took his test by any means, I just chose to breathe for you. breathe for you. I breathe for you. I just chose to breathe for you. I never just chose to breathe for you. I just chose to breathe for you. I do. I breathe for you. I just chose to breathe for you. I dare. I breathe for you.
2019, other than just taking a little more control of the shows, what plans do you have?
Tour, of course.
Tour. We'd like to be more involved with the Music New Brunswick and ECMA scene.
Yeah.
To get more involved with those.
Step, yeah.
Nick applied us for the Rising Star stage. I don't know if we got accepted yet, but we have applied.
You'd think we'd be,
I'm right, right?
in by association.
And working with Derek, he's a big part of Music New Brunswick. He's won some events of the year and music promoter of the year for Music New Brunswick. So working with him, we hope to do some more better things in Music New Brunswick this year.
Basically, just push the name out instead of just go from being a garage band to a little, just a little higher than that. That's what we're taking it. We're taking it
more
pace.
seriously.
Yeah, everything's being taken to the point where it's like we're basically thinking of everything that you can possibly think of before. Like we think about, we're really good with budget, like making sure like we know what we need for money and what we need, how to spend it and stuff, and how to properly disperse it for what we need, like merchandise and album. And, it's not just making money and, splitting it 4 ways and part ways.
Investing.
It's an investment, yeah, and it's like, it's just basically doing the things you need to do. And having Derek on our side is really cool.
A band really is like a business.
That's exactly what it is. It's also a marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bickering at each
Lucky
other.
I love yous, because I'd fucking kill you.
I'm surprised I haven't got jumped by the 3 guys.
It's crossed my mind.
Kidding me? They would, if I even tried that, Nick and Aiden would be like, just nothing.
Fucking try, buddy.
All you'd hear was crickets. You'd hear Aiden biting his nails and Nick just flicking his hair, and you'd be like, this ain't happening.
I think one time, the only thing that saved me from one time was my birthday. Like, the only thing that saved me from getting jumped by the 3 guys was my birthday.
Oh yeah, it did. Power trip, Drake.
A little bit of alcohol in the system.
We were all drunk. We had a little bit of a hiccup, and we were all like, okay. Drake just brings us a beer, and he's like, I don't know how to say sorry. So here's a beer, and we were like, all right. And like, I'm trying to say it's fine. He's like pushing the beer in my mouth, and he's like pushing it, making me drink it. And I'm like, Drake, this is not the time, bro. But it is the time, because I'm drunk.
And we grew from that experience.
Oh, totally.
That's trial and error.
Yeah.
We've had hilarious drunk mishaps though. Drake, what was the time Aiden took his bass off of his strap?
He flipped it or something?
No, he didn't flip it. Bassists sit horizontally, and he took his strap off one notch, put it vertically, sat it on the ground, and tried to play it like a cello as a note. Goes for the fucking note. Hits like E when it's on, I think it was B. So he just goes for the E, or no, it was on F sharp, and he goes for the E, and it's just like, everybody was like, no, this is not right. And then Drake looks at Aiden, he's like, Aaron, and Aiden just literally puts the strap back on, picks it up, and just like quiet for it was like one of the last songs, so he's just quiet for the rest of the set.
Yeah.
And Drake's like, don't ever do that again.
Visually upset. You can tell he was...
Oh, we were all like, that was weird. I was laughing, because I thought it was funny, but then he hit the wrong note. And then Drake yelled. And I was like, okay, we just went from almost being a cool mistake to funny thing to like, we better fix this quick. So I look at Aiden, I'm like...
it was definitely an awkward drive home.
Drums, yeah. I hit my drums even harder. I'm like, Jesus, you fucking do that again?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you're just banging it. Stop it. Oh, that was hilarious.
GTs, good times.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any gigs where everything just completely foobar? Just totally
actually, recently we played.
Nick has had more of those than we have.
We played New Year's Eve on the boardwalk, which was a bit of a chilly gig, and all my pedals just
shut out,
stopped working.
It's not the first time too. There's like been like 4 or 5 times where Nick's pedals were like.
Yeah.
Also at New Year's the year after your guitar did that too. Do you remember? At we played with the pub.
They cut it on your
And
too.
we got really drunk, and you were really drunk.
That's
and
why I don't
you
remember
were,
it.
yeah, and your guitar not only got unplugged, Aiden, not even in the band at the time.
right.
Do you
Came
guys
up and
remember
plugged
when
in.
we played The Well in Miramichi?
Jesus.
This place made me laugh. It's like literally like a juke joint in like you see in like the Delta Blues, like Memphis, Tennessee, or something like that. Like just like a shack in the middle of like 20 minutes outside of town.
Oh, it's the worst.
And it's like in
Just
the woods,
half
right?
VLTs, half.
And it's like half ELT's, half bar. And it's just one cement slab, like the bar. And they got no glass cups. You drink in red Solo cups. That's what they serve you. And for your hard liquor, and no glass bottles. It's all in cans. So that's your options. And there's only like 2 types of beer and like 1 type of liquor.
Safe to say
Vodka
we got,
or
when did
something,
we
right?
get paid by a parole
And then
officer?
we got paid by the parole officer who came and paid us later. It was right weird.
Paid
And
us
then-
before we played.
And then we had, but the setup was like just like this. Like we're trying to Jimmy rig how we can get it lined up, and speakers are like no speakers are bar. They're all set up across the room.
No monitor.
No monitors. So we're trying to make it work. And then like how like their tunes before we like they had a DJ Dr. Stoney.
Yes, man.
Dr. Stoney, who
Legend.
played like the top 40s of like 1990s, and he'd come up, he'd be like, "Yeah, man, like I was really listening to you guys. It's like got some music for your like to fit your guys' sound." And he'd come up with like
AC/DC, wasn't it?
ACDC
Yeah.
out of hell, and it was like, okay, this guy's really paying
Didn't he say
attention.
the same
isn't
thing
he?
about
us? And
He's like,
making-
DJ Stoney got it going on.
To make it more weird, it was 420.
Yeah, it was
So it
420
was
too.
extra
So
strange.
he's playing it to this laptop, and then like after like the in between side, so they unplug from the laptop and plug into their TV, which is YouTube of classic 80s rock hits. That's what their
That's his
background music was.
And they weren't even gonna pay him. They were like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to play tonight." Like, and
This
he's
is
like, "Oh, I
this is
played."
like one of the weirdest
It
gigs
was
I've
weird,
ever
man. The
played in
owner
my
was
life.
like just sitting at the bar, just like real fucked up. And then a cop comes in, and they're
Pays
just
us.
like with an envelope with $500 in it, and just hands it to us. We didn't even play yet. We just got there.
yeah,
They probably sold like $20 worth of beer at the.
No, they made
bar, so I
no
don't
money.
know-
You made
I don't know
no
how they-
money.
yeah.
But there was probably
I had a good time. I'd do it again.
Oh, I had a
10
great
to
time.
I'd do it again.
for the $500. Yeah,
I'd do it again.
I'd be setting up a tent in the backyard.
It's just a weird gig. It was just a weird gig.
It was weird. Yeah,
that
that was the
weirdest?
weirdest one.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the well.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'd like to ask other bands how their experience at the well was.
Yeah, a lot of people play there.
Because math class told me that DJ Dr. Stoney was their DJ before, and he said the exact same thing to them. Yeah, I'll play to match your sound, and then puts on AC/DC.
ACDC. And then the next song was like Chumbawamba. I get knocked down.
Yeah, it's like,
We're
why?
yeah, this guy.
Did his homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What a fucking 420.
But mad respect to the guy.
Yeah. Him with his laptop. Totally.
DJ Stoney.
DJ Dr.
Dr. Stoney. He had
Told
the
me his
longest
story
hair,
that
too,
he
man.
got let go of his radio job because they didn't like him having his bong there.
That's what he said, yeah. Yeah, I got laid off at the radio station there. They didn't like me bringing my bong to work. I was like, yeah, no shit. Should have seen this guy. This guy looked like he went to every Willie Nelson show ever.
I love Willie Nelson, by the
Me
way,
too.
everyone.
Look him up. See if I can find him.
Oh, I gotta take this.
Jiva.
So you have tour booked for Quebec, Ontario. Anything else that you already have lined up, or are you kind of holding that close to the chest? Or
Certain ones we are for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
we're doing Shivering Songs tonight.
Flash in
We got
February.
Flash Moncton Flash in February. Other than that, I don't really think we should give any of the other ones we're working
Yeah.
out away.
that's fair.
But it will be announced probably soon.
We have a poster also on our page. You can go check out all of our
For our spring, winter,
Upcoming,
sprinter
yeah.
dates.
all of our dates that are coming
And our
up.
summer dates will
Early.
get announced eventually.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here, why don't I read them off for the listeners here? In a city near you. So we got the Tide and Boar Ballroom in Moncton for Flash Festival. After that, we're doing the Rosedale Warehouse in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Dartmouth. Dartmouth. Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. Is that what it is?
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. We're doing a doubleheader in the Red Herring in St. Andrews, acoustic and electric.
On March 1st and 2nd.
Chumley's,
March 16th. In
Pepper's
Petticoat.
Pub with Sun K,
March
love
9th.
that
We're going
band.
back dates now.
and then the Governors in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
My first time there. Drake's played there before.
Yep. To 3 people. 8-hour drive.
Don't tell me that, man.
Getting ready to worry.
Why do you tell me those things? We're gonna drive all the way there and be fucking pissed at each other.
Oh, wait till we hit the Quebec, Ontario tour when you play to one person.
Oh, I'm gonna have headphones in all weekend. Not listening to any is just in my zone.
Good luck with that.
No, it's not gonna work.
It'll happen. We'll go down. We'll play Cape Breton. We'll get 3, and the next time we'll play there, we'll get 6, and the next time we'll play there, we'll
Right,
get
and then
9.
it's 9, and then we're making.
But after 9, we'll go
$9.
to 50.
Sick. 9 to 50. I like that.
Gotta put the work in.
Like you said, we're only not even 2 years old, so we're still going to run into shows where no one's there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're still going to run into shows where it's completely packed, and that'll happen for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
We'll play completely packed 13,000 shows, hopefully, and then we'll play to nobody. And then the next weekend we'll play to 500, and the next weekend after that we'll play to 1,300, and the next weekend after we'll play to 2. It just bounces. It's
Dang, it's a
it's
bounce.
East Coast Canada. It bounces.
Yeah.
It bounces.
Nature of the beast.
You know, you can't pack a show every time.
Yeah, especially around here. I think Maritimes in particular be hard. Not as many people going to shows. Probably.
It's not like the early 2000s when like the bus used to play like hardcore.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stories of like the bus, Loco, and Swift playing, and like the bar have like a lineup outside like a block long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for capacity.
That would be incredible.
But now we're in 2019 and everything's pretty much just been said and done.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for that new crop, fresh sound. Hopefully, we're the sound. But like now these new fresh crops of sound are coming in. But as I'm gonna explain, it's just like when all that happened, it was just like all this freshness. Like, you know what I mean? Boss was coming out doing electronic kind of stuff a little bit, and so was the Swift. And now, like every second band now is electronic.
Yeah.
Compared to like back then, it was
Very
like
true.
more of like a treat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Now
people
it's
will wind up for
now
that.
our sound is a treat. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you definitely have a fresh sound. That's
I agree
for
too.
sure.
I found
Like, I'm not saying, oh, my sound's a treat. I mean, like, the electronic style of the band and going to an organic sound. Like,
Yes, I
guitars.
agree. I find that the East Coast has just become either funk, dance beats.
It's very oriented with that kind of shit now.
Just,
Yeah.
It's a formula, right?
Fuck, even we do it sometimes. Like,
Oh, totally. No, totally.
Like-
I find a dance beat is definitely an East Coast sound. Like a...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just overdone.
Yeah.
Too much. It's around too much.
True.
And just happy that
It's all about what's in front of it, too.
But I'm not knocking any of those sounds. Like, all those bands that do it.
That's all shit that we like. So.
Yeah, I love it all. Like, I love every one of those bands, and I love their sound that they're doing out.
It's just not our craft.
Just not our craft.
Definitely not.
And we've all played in bands where it has been our craft, but now we're just trying to stay away from it because every single band's doing
Except
it.
for me.
Except for Jamie. Yeah, Jamie's never really had that craft
Yeah, I've never
of dance beats.
Yeah. I mean, I looped at one point, but that's annoying.
I looped at one point.
This is me, yeah.
This is me.
On that.
My soul wanders with you. Nights I've squandered, times I've pondered the truth. Oh, I've seen the dark side, I've seen the rush inside. I thought their thoughts, I guess they were always mine. We are one in the same, the bodies will never fight. Lay my bones in my grave, my soul will give rise. I no longer feel blue. Shades of green on my walk through the valley of you. Oh, I've seen the dark side, I've seen the rush inside. I've lived their lives, I guess they were always mine. We are one in the same, the bodies will never fight. Lay my bones in my grave, my soul will give rise.
You're currently listening to the Pagan Place podcast. If you like what you hear, you can find us at anchor.fm/The Pagan Place, or stream each new episode wherever you get your podcasts.
So you said you started with hip hop?
I did, yeah.
Yeah?
Comatose.
Comatose.
Good shit?
Quite a bit of
Insert
followers
audio
and shit
file
at one
here.
point. Yeah, my page has been sitting like over 1,000 likes for years, and I just don't do anything with it. Like, it's just like there's people that still message me, and I'm like, it's been like 4 years, so I don't even bother. But
Great.
And it's Jamie's alter ego. It's like Garth Brooks was his alter ego. It's like Jamie, this is his.
Yeah, Comatose.
Yeah, Comatose.
but like I can't like a lot of people that I know from like my past, like not that I don't even know, just people that like I associated with years ago. Like I'll see them years from now, and they'll be like Comatose and like the market. And I'm like,
Comatose.
my name's
mean
Jamie,
anymore,
and
dog.
I'm in the market, and that was in high school.
I love it. Comatose.
Oh, it happens so much. Remember we were at the gas station in Quispam?
I was, yeah.
But he was like, "Hey, Comatose," and I like looked over, and he's like, "It is you," and then just like gone. Drove away. Got really stuck. I got a message on Facebook like an hour later. It was like, "I knew that was you, man, bro. I don't even know what's going on here." But yeah, I was like, "Fuck!" He just yelled at me from the car, like in a gas station.
That's awesome.
Comatose. Comatose.
It'll be with you for life now.
Oh, it will. Yeah, I'm not in any rush to like just completely erase it from my life. Like, it's not something I want to hide. It's just it's just not what I'm doing now, and that's not saying I won't do it later.
Yeah, so you...
Like, I have
revisit
ideas,
that.
but I mean, right now I'm just solid where I'm at, and I don't want to go that far. I still write every day.
Yeah.
I can't help it if I think of something creative. But just the way that hip hop goes nowadays, I'm not even gonna bother like trying to succumb to the new age rap. I would just keep it old school and keep it fresh, and not try to get any rep from it or anything. Just to do it for fun, for practice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm out of those. Those are my days. Those days are gone. Do country now.
Bit of contrast, yeah. So what bridged, do you think, from hip hop?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I have no fucking idea. Even when I did hip hop, I listened to bands. I listened to metal. Like when I was doing hip hop, I was listening to like System of a Down and shit.
Yeah.
What I was listening to was not influencing me to write music, like as most people would. Like when I was young, I wrote whatever I wanted to write. My friends were doing hip hop, I was too. Like that's just, we were all friends and we all liked to play. My buddy was a bass player, my other friend was a drummer, and we all just like, we didn't even have a band. We just played for fun. Then one guy was like, "You want to do some hip hop?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Let's write and record and like do something." I was like, "Okay." Next thing you know, I got the worst hip hop album in the whole world on like some website somewhere, and it's still there. But that was 10 years ago.
That's
It
awesome.
was ridiculous, a long time ago.
So what inspired what you guys are doing now? Or what is inspiring?
I had acoustic songs that I wrote.
Jamie had acoustic songs. We kind of became his backing band.
Yeah.
In a sense. But
That's why it was Jamie Comeau and the Crooked Teeth.
But
Like,
now it's becoming like Crooked Teeth. We're still going to use Jamie Comeau and the Crooked Teeth because it has a nice ring to it. Sounds really good and stuff. But now it's just like,
there's already a band called the Crooked Teeth anyway.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Austin, Texas.
Austin,
We
Texas.
keep getting tagged.
Yeah.
People
They
think
tag
that-
us in their posters and shit.
Someone did that with the Sticky Bandits one time, and it was like some band from North Carolina. I was just like, I'm not playing some festival in North Carolina.
Happened when I was in math class. There's a math class from St. Jose, and our Facebook is math class SJ, like St. John.
St. John, but
There's
St. Jose.
So we're like, fuck, we gotta play in California next week, boys. Who booked that one?
That'd be amazing.
Just show up.
You could just show up. Yeah, be like, what are you talking about? Math class.
For your influences now, is there anything musically that you guys are drawing from outside of yourselves, or are you just sort of...
I don't find anything musically as influencing this band.
No.
See, the thing is like I get
in a
phases.
sense.
Like right now, I'm listening to Radiohead. It's like
Yeah.
I'm listening to weird droney shoegazy shit right now.
I think overall we're all really down with that country revival thing that's happening right now.
That's where we're at. I think like when I
But I
started
don't
writing,
find we're country though.
no, we're not
but
though.
it's
It's
like-
like
Just because we got train beats doesn't mean
that
we're
don't mean
country,
shit.
right?
Yeah,
But
our
it's
music is not country. It's folky. It has like
Yeah.
a bluesy background,
Yeah.
a little bit of alternative rock. Like it's not.
It's just, I find it's just a form of alternative rock. If you want
That's
to-
exact. If you're gonna put it in a category, it sits in alternative rock better than anywhere else.
Because it's just got all different genre. Because we're definitely not a blues band, and we're definitely
We
not
have
a
two
country
blues songs.
band.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they're
It's not like we're a blues
but they're
band.
like bluesy-ish. They're like blues runs. They're not like
Yeah, it's not like
we're
an
not like
actual,
sitting here ripping Stevie Ray Vaughan blues licks.
Right.
It's
You know
not
what
at
I
all.
mean?
It's
Like,
more of songs and like rock
it's
and roll
more
songs
like
with
more
blues touches.
blues-based songs.
Like Dog and
that.
Leash is like the weirdest.
It's a blues song. It's a blues riff.
And then you play the chorus, and it's a whole different style of song.
So it's just
That's
like
strange.
different musical influences are in there. But like I don't find that like we're listening to certain bands right now and being like, oh,
We don't all listen to the same bands either.
Fuck,
like
God,
if you
no.
looked at Nick's recents, Drake's recents, my recents, Aiden's recents, I guarantee you this plethora of like weird stuff you would see. You would see it all over the place. You would see a lot of hip hop still in my playlist. You would see a lot of like completely different stuff. Drake's not even listening to something that would influence drum wise. He's listening to guitar stuff, like stuff that he's learning ditties for and shit. Yeah. There's no like listening to like Nate Smith and like, you know, playing drums all the time. Like we all just play together, and that's when the sound builds. Like it's almost kind of magic.
It's keeping it loose.
Yeah, but also tight.
No, loose and fresh as in like us and like writing.
That's what I mean. Loose but also tight.
You know,
not halfway between, both.
Do you find there's been much of a change going from writing your stuff and recording it yourself to now?
Huge change.
Yeah.
You go from being in your room smoking dope to
even
being in a studio smoking dope.
Even the songs Jamie like recorded off of About Face to what they are now are like completely different.
So they all sound amazing. Like in the difference is crazy. Like if you listen to Left Behind on Spotify that I released on Spotify from my EP, it's like the beat. There's no train. It has like piano in it. You know what I mean? It's like very different. It's poppy almost.
And I threw that East Coast dance beat right in
We threw the dance beat on it.
Train beat. Here he goes. It's not going to work at all. I was like, actually, it kind of does.
The first time you did it, I'm not going to lie, I loved it. I was like, yep. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, Earthbound came in my head. Instantly.
Earthbound, yeah.
It came right in my head as soon as I heard it. Like, oh yeah, I like this. But now definitely as like we write more of the band and now our inputs are like so much
our songs now are way different.
Changing.
Yeah, they're just changing because we're writing together. Not necessarily lyrics. Like I kind of do that. Like
Jamie's a lyric.
I do like 4 a.m. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I write late at night. I'm an owl. But Drake, one of my favorite songs we have right now, Drake wrote the guitar, the whole thing. I only just put it in my own way. Like I still play it the same he does. I just, you know, it's just a different.
Just constantly writing, and that's why like we treat everyone equal. Because like
it's a lot more of a conversation.
It's a band. Now. We don't want. I know my name is in the front, but I hate when people are like, "So you paying at your band or you're doing this?" It's like I'm not doing anything different. It's just these guys have just as much say as I do in anything. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm my band, my rules. Like there's nothing even close to that.
Yeah, all 4 of us have
like
equal inputs. And
depending if I have an ego or not. That is never being brought to the band. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna bring it to these guys and be like, my band, my rules. That's some bullshit. Right?
Bullshit.
If Drake's like, hey, I don't fucking want to do this, then it's like, guess what? Vote. We're all voting. Like it's not gonna
democracy.
It's democracy. Yeah, it's not.
And if it's 3 against 1, then suck up that one.
Too bad.
That's right. Don't fucking.
Even with me, like if they did it to me, I'd be like, damn it. Like if I wrote a new song and I was like, I love this fucking song, the boys, all 3 of us were like, no. It's like, damn it. Right? Like it's not like, who's my band? I'm gonna go find new members. No,
if you're gonna play it, you're gonna like it.
Yeah,
you're going to like it.
Yeah, like even on when we get like the album writing credits and stuff like that, and it's gonna be all of us are writers. It's not just Jamie Comeau's the writer and he gets all the benefits, right? Like we're all writers.
Right.
Even though I wrote the words, that doesn't mean we didn't structure. Like I just don't like me and Drake were saying that's just not fair when it comes down to
especially where we all do like equal parts in the jobs, like jobs in the band, like where I'm constantly booking and Nick's constantly doing business stuff and Aiden's constantly working on gear, fixing gear, or driving us places. If Jamie started taking more credit for more rights and royalties, it's just gonna be stupid because then I'm just like, well, fuck, I want to start taking 10% for booking. It's just gonna cause arguments, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if we just treat everything as an equal as a fair, then hopefully that's
where we want to be is
equal and
eventually when we do release our second album, there'll be a lot of like things that said this song was written by Nick, like this song was Drake, you know, like we want to branch it out and like,
but it's all as written under as Crooked Teeth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fuck, who knows? Maybe next album, fucking new band name, fucking new band. No, I'm just kidding. I've thought of it. I've been like,
New Alter Ego Boys and tell.
Yeah, just like, you know, just start a whole fucking band, new album, just do a fucking different name every album.
Nicky T, Libby, and Spit Lickies.
Oh, I love it.
Dirty.
Spit
You need a mustache for the band, though.
Chipper James and the Right Deadlies. Yes.
Spend my youth in the suburbs, riding bikes till streetlights shine. My friends would all be out past 10 when curfew was at 9, and I would steal my mother's cigarettes, any bottles I could find. Young and reckless, petty thieves, any means to survive. That's when I feel the most alive. No time for my thoughts, so my thoughts to be light. Spend all my loot drinking till the sun has touched the sky. I dabbled in all these drugs we used to fight about at night, and I never my thoughts, oh, my thoughts tonight. I wanna spend my day in the open. I wanna hold my own, wanna hold my own. I wanna spend my day in the open road. I wanna hold my own, wanna hold my own. Before I kick the bucket, I say fuck it, I live grand. I learn my heart's too big for my chest, my ego can expand. And I learned way too much from drinking than I ever did from you. Young and reckless, petty lovers with nothing better to do. But that's when I feel the most alive. No time for my thoughts to glide. I wanna spend my day in the open. I wanna hold my own, wanna hold my own. I wanna spend my day in the open road. I wanna hold my own, wanna hold my own. I wanna hold my own, wanna hold my own. Before I kick the bucket, I say fuck it, I live grand. I learned my heart's too big for my chest, my ego can't expand. And I learned way too much from drinking than I ever did from you. Young and reckless, petty lovers with nothing better to do.
Do you guys have any sort of projection of where you want your year to go or to shape up at the end? Or are you just gonna?
Wouldn't mind walking away with a
End up.
music New Brunswick nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bonus part would be the award, but just to be nominated with my fact this year would be
That would be mind blowing for me too. I don't really want to I don't want to write down every day of every month of every, and just plan every day. Like, I want to go with the flow in the sense, but also like we're doing it responsibly, and
We got some goals for sure.
but we have certain goals. Yeah, certain goals can't be mentioned, certain other ones can. So.
I like to see ourselves explore kind of new territory, which we are, like Ontario and Quebec. But
I've never even
maybe
been to Ontario or
maybe
Quebec.
Oh, really?
So Newfoundland tour sometime.
Sweet.
I went to Florida when I was
Down
13.
It'll be
I've barely been anywhere.
It'll be interesting.
I was
for
in
you
the
to-
airport in Montreal. I literally haven't done much. So
Yeah.
music's
Nick, is this your
it's cool
first
to
tour?
say music's the one
Yeah.
taking me places.
Okay.
You guys will have an interesting ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to show these boys a wild time. Because a lot of the cities that we're going to, I've already played with the Bandits.
Yeah.
So I'm just using the same kind of connections. And plus there's some new ones I've never played before as well. It's going to be fun.
So you've got a taste of what's in store for you
This
guys.
will be this is my 6th tour.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see who's going to win the tour award because we're 4 dudes, maybe 5, in a small vehicle for 2 weeks straight. So we're going to argue.
Yep. That's why I said bring headphones.
So that's why that's why we got to get the tour award.
Everybody
I wanted
hold your tongue.
my very first tour. Second tour, I did not win it at all.
How do you win a tour?
Well, you don't argue with anyone. You're the best person. You're like the goodest. You know what I mean? It's like because people get like on each other's
How
nerves.
do you win?
I know. That's Mumble. Mumble was very surprised, but yeah, I walked out of there with that one.
Well, I think Aiden's gonna be the one that wins the tour, to be honest.
No.
No,
I'd say you before anybody.
I think yeah, I can see you. I think our 5th wheel will. Because he'll be
Going insane.
he won't know.
No, I think
it'll be 4 of us bickering at each other, and the 5th guy just be like fucking document.
Well, we don't need. You know what? We need to have this like safe word where if like there's a bicker happening, we're just like all of a sudden we're like Raisin Bran, and then it's just like
Done.
And if you don't stop, then you have to eat Raisin Bran with no raisins. And
I'm
no
just trying to figure out how we can smoke in the rental
No
vehicle.
milk either, just dry.
Because
How? Windows down. Fucking
windows
air
down, I
freshener.
heard coffee grinds underneath the floor mats work. I'm gonna contact the boys from Slow Coaster.
Yeah, but then they
rent
see the coffee.
No, but then you buy back to it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But like, I'm gonna message the boys from Slow Coaster because Mikey's a hardcore smoker and they rent vehicles all every time they go on tour. So there's
Don't
gotta
rat anybody out.
There's gotta be some tricks.
Can't you get a smoking vehicle? Is
I
that
don't know.
not a thing?
I don't think that's a
I don't
thing
think
anymore
so.
at all.
weird. That's really
I
weird.
hope so.
I'm gonna smoke.
You'd think you'd smoke in your own car, but a rental is different.
Yeah, but still, they used to have.
We'll have an
smoking
air freshener
cars
on
that you
every little handlebar. And
Yeah.
we'll get freaking the coffee grinds
could
going
spray
on.
9 everything.
Spray 9, and we will smoke with some windows down.
Febreze, man. Fuck. Febreze saves everything.
That's right. See those
Yeah.
commercials?
Oh yeah.
The guy gets blindfolded, got a trash can in front of him. He can't even smell it.
you can't.
I usually start out with, what do you love about music? I didn't ask that. So, what do you each love about music?
I remember. I don't know if it was your podcast. I think it was talking. Jeff Keeler had a great answer of how it brings people together, and I really took that away. You know, I think that's probably my favorite part.
It's just always there for me. I love it. It's just always there. No matter where you go, it's going to be there.
For me, it's completely just about just exploration. Like when I was a kid, just like when I found music, like when I found out like you can play music. Like I didn't even listen to music. Like I didn't hear bass in a track. I didn't hear drums. Like I just listened to guitar. Do you know what I mean? Like you would just hear things in music.
Right.
And eventually, like when someone was like, "You should try to play guitar," and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I never even thought of that." And like that idea was pushed into my brain, and I never put one down since. I've had one in my hand pretty much every day of my life since. And that was huge for me. And then I started branching off to other instruments and shit. And just music became that thing that's always steady in my life. You know, whether I was into games, like video games at the time, or I was into like skateboarding or something, music was always over everything. Like as a kid, I was just always like, my friends would be like, "Come snowboarding," and I'd be like, "Nah, I'm gonna play guitar all night. Just sit in my room, play guitar."
Yeah. What about overseas? If you got the chance, would you?
Oh, definitely going to be
100%.
happening in the future. Just trying to get this first tour underneath our belt first. This might maybe another one too, and then start looking at that whole overseas traveling.
I think that's why we want to get a little bit more involved with Music New Brunswick and ECMAs because they can
Help.
like exporters
Yeah.
that like delegates
And the
are there that
Musicians
can help-
Union.
yeah, that can
Oh,
bring
right,
you
yeah.
over there.
Getting in all over that. Because, musician union, especially like Steven, we got help. So, just gonna get these ones under the belt first and then look over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna try and be patient with things. Take it as it comes, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally.
What about releasing overseas? Just recorded material.
Like,
If we had the option,
Like, if
I
you
mean,
find
who
a
wouldn't want it
distributor.
though? You know what I mean?
oh, of course. Yeah.
Who
of
wouldn't
course.
want
There's
do
some
something
in
like
like Ireland that will just release stuff. There's
Oh, sweet.
Even if it's just for
I think
sharing, like
they
I
did
feel
it
like
just more for exposure at first.
yeah,
It's more,
And it's
just
not like you
give
need
them
to
music
keep
and they just
doing it.
shoot it out for you.
But you can give them
That'd
anything
be-
you want. Like you
Yeah.
can give them your demos, and then people will still eat it up. Like
yeah.
and there's 33. I think it's 33 and a third in Japan, which is formed by Sleepyhead, who used to play here and there. That's another one. Their
Yeah.
repertoire is like ridiculous. It's this eclectic. But I mean, just reaching out to labels, something like that, like they'll carry music to get it to a different medium.
Yep.
Yeah, it's something we never really thought about, but definitely interested.
It's a different market. Like every country has its own weird underground marketing, and it'd be interesting.
That'd be it.
Not that I would know anything about getting an album over in Europe. Well, I don't have any other questions, but anything you guys want to say or throw out there?
Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. Stay patient for the album. Come see us on our next little run of shows.
Did you get
Come
one
say
on
hi.
Facebook?
We're very friendly people. We're not assholes. We like to talk, and we like to party too. So let's have some fun.
Sweet. Well, thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Finally
thank you very
glad we
much.
Appreciate it.
Finally made it in.
You're nothing but an animal, baby. You are nothing but a memo. We spend hours in the moonlit space. You See, these wolves were never trapped in a cage. My freaky little animal. My lovely little animal. She's got teeth as sharp as knives. She could rip through any heart, any side. I'm nothing but an animal. Releasing pheromones. You're strutting, you're still alone. Could lead a pack of wolves to bear the bone. My freaky little animal. My lovely little animal. She's got teeth as sharp as knives. She could rip through any heart, any side. I'm nothing but an animal. She's more free than you could ever say for yourself. We spend hours in the moonlit space. See, these walls were never traps in a cage. My freaky little animal, baby. My lovely little animal. Sharp as knives. She could rip through any heart, any side. Ooh, ooh,
Hey, this is Jeff from the Pokalogan Camp Party, and you've been listening to the Pagan Place Podcast.
He's fucking wearing this like cowboy coat, like nice coat.
Oh, he had the little string thing.
He's
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
it's like this, and he's like, "Thanks, man. I pissed myself in this coat."